This is Wayne's World of Wrestling, and I'm your host, Wayne Gilmore. It's available on Anchor and other podcast outlets. The episode is called What's in the News, and I'm joined with my good friend Jim.
All right, mate, how we doing?
I am good, mate, and yourself?
No bad, thanks.
Cool. Started seeing in the news about Andrade, Edge, and I think you've seen a few things as well.
I seen the Andrade one myself about the 30-day suspension. But you said he's getting to keep the belt as well?
Aye, he's keeping the belt, which is pretty unusual, I think. Usually they get it took off him, but he's getting to keep his. I don't understand how that's happening, but
Surely you would think as a further punishment, you would strip them of the title, would you know?
aye, I read as well. Heyman doesn't think that Humberto Carrillo was worthy yet of getting the United States title, and that's why it was a DQ on Monday Night Raw this week. So again, I don't know. I think I watched the match and I thought that guy was an alright. He's a decent wrestler, but maybe no championship material.
I can't say that. I've not seen very much of him. I can't really comment on him, to be honest, whether he's worthy. But then again, they seem to give anybody the US title these days, didn't they?
But again, if it's if these other people were champion before this wellness policy, why is he not get the title took off him? I read on social media a couple of people saying because he's Charlotte Flair's man, but I don't know.
Well, that wouldn't surprise.
Aye, so that's just another conspiracy, maybe, I don't know. But
well, I was watching Raw. I just finished watching Raw, and I seen the MVP. Did you see MVP was on it?
Aye, I watched his match with Mysterio. Aye.
It was nothing special. It was just.
I just think he was a wee bit off the pace compared to Mysterio, but obviously Mysterio's been in WWE for the past few years compared to MVP. But I thought it was an alright match.
Well, apparently he's done with the company already.
Is he? Aye. Is he
gone? According to some of the news reports today, it says MVP is apparently done with WWE already. So
that was
it's probably just a guy that brought in as a kind of. Obviously, he's been in it before, so I was surprised. Why use him on Raw and then that's it? Maybe that's not true, but that's what it's saying just now. So,
oh well, see you later, MVP. I did like I said that when I was talking about when he came out in the Rumble and that on the Learning the Ropes podcast last night. I did enjoy him coming out, but he was obviously only in it for seconds, wasn't it, or a minute or whatever. But
well, then again, there wasn't many people lasted long, really, was there?
Aye, the beast got them on. So,
well, I was reading a wee bit about, speaking of Charlotte Flair, that Ronda Rousey. She's saying she thinks that the person we were talking about last week, that Rhea Ripley.
Right. Aye, that's NXT.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, is she champ? Aye.
Aye, that's who. Apparently, is that not who Charlotte Flair's meant to be challenging?
Well, that's who Ronda Rousey said she should face. Obviously, she's a fan of her work, but I can't say I've seen much of that Ripley, but I've heard a lot of good things about her.
I think I kind of want to start watching. It's like there's so much. There's
too much.
As I'm saying, a couple of months ago, like before, like the AEW kind of came on the scene, we were complaining it wasn't much happening in the wrestling, and now it's starting to get like that new year. Now it's like too much. But like, I kind of want to watch NXT because some of the stars are on that are coming through, and then AEW's there's a lot of good stuff happening in that, and then Raw this week was really good for me. So, and Edge been back on the scene. We're going to start complaining that we've not got enough time to watch all the stuff. This is going to happen, isn't it?
Aye, definitely.
Oh my God, it's too much to watch. God damn it.
Aye. that was my favourite part of Raw, was when Edge was on it. Not only was his promo good, because he actually it did really come across as if he was telling the truth.
It was all about like he's come back because of the grit and all that. It's like great.
But I love Randy Orton when he put his neck in the chair, and then he went up to the middle rope, but he sat on the top rope, I loved that bit. Just that kind of, I was like, is he going to do it? Is it? Then he'd come off it. He came
It
off,
was good.
come off the robot. Then he just smashed him with the chair anyway.
The old concerto.
Aye, but that was quite. That was probably my favourite. I didn't. I'm no. Honestly, when I kind of, I watched that. What's it called now? Monday night. What's Rollins called? He's the Monday night Messiah.
No, Messiah, mate. Aye.
I don't get that. I mean, I don't. Monday night Rollins was good enough, was it no?
Aye.
No, and I'm not, him and Buddy Murphy, who is a really good wrestler, and I just don't get that kind of grip. That doesn't work for me. I don't know.
What about the rumour that I was wanting to talk about as well? Edge was meant to have been around at AEW.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
Again, is it? Do you think that was true, or do you think it was just bullshit again?
There's no doubt he's probably spoke to Cody in that. But whether, I don't know, maybe they did offer him something, but let's be honest, I would think if he's ever going to come back, make a comeback, there's only one place he's going to really do it, isn't it?
Because he's been like WWE, was he's been there all the time, isn't it? I mean,
well,
AEW apparently, he was meant to be doing, he could have been a producer and an agent and a few matches here and there for them. That's what they were going to offer him, and obviously it's quite a lot of money, I would imagine, but...
What I was going to say was, you say like he's been there all the time, but it didn't stop Jericho from walking away. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Aye. Well, AEW, they've announced speaking of Jericho, they've announced a main event for Revolution. So the main event is obviously Chris Jericho against Jon Moxley. So I actually can't wait for that match. Honestly, I think it's going to be amazing.
Do you think Moxley's going to get the title then?
I don't know. In a way, I hope no. If that may sound stupid, because then he's got to chase it even more. If that makes sense. So the more he chases it, I think the chase will be better than landing. Well, him landing the belt will be good as well. But sometimes the chase is better to get to that final point where you eventually win it. Do you know what I mean? The build up.
I think, I don't know. I just think there's. I don't know if it's a bit still too early to. I'd like to see like maybe Jericho, like the first champion, hitting the title for maybe nearly a year or something, maybe.
Aye.
Like a long, and then it means the next champion, the next few champions, have to try and emulate him and like go. Could they be as long standing champion as him? And then maybe Jericho is the longest standing champion for the first 4 or 5 year kind of thing.
I think I can't see him. Is this the first big pay per view he's been the champion? Like the first big match, or is it, who else did he fight in the last pay per view? Or did he win the belt at the last pay per view?
He won the belt in the first pay per view, wasn't it? That was like the first major one, so that's how it kind of opened, and then it was
So, but I would like to see Jericho keep it just for now. But I don't know. They might put it on Moxley and then Jericho's got to get it back off him. But I'm not too sure. I don't think they'll go that. I think they'll let Jericho keep it, which I think.
But then he had but Jericho fought Cody, didn't he?
Aye.
A couple of months back, and then obviously MJF threw the towel in. That was his title. That was a title defense, wasn't it?
Well, aye. Well, I just started watching Dynamite there. I've only watched 30 minutes yet. And MJF, he's in commentary. He was.
I seen a few things on Twitter before I was crashed out. I shouldn't have went on because there was a few things that I'd seen and there was a few spoilers, but it wasn't following telling you who won matches, but it was just pictures and that and people comment on it. I didn't read through, so I'm gonna stick it on soon.
Well,
probably after I get after this.
There was a women's number one contenders match I've just finished watching. I'll not spoil it. I'll let you watch it yourself. But I was seeing that. I think it's saying here that Luke Harper is expected to make his AEW soon. I never knew he was 40. The 40-year-old Lee is expected to sign an AEW contract and then make his debut during their March 18th Dynamite episode. So is that roughly when he's
that because it means when we were talking at Dale's on my podcast about him, you were saying would he be ready to come on to Revolution? I think that would be just a couple of weeks too early. So that would be roughly the 18th of March would be 3 weeks later, just under 3 weeks. So that would be maybe roughly when he's due to his 90-day non-compete plea.
It says here the non-compete clauses. That's also talking about Sin Cara and the Ascension as well. Non-compete clauses expiring Sunday, March the 8th. So that would be probably good timing. So
yeah, and you definitely think it's got to be Dark Order, isn't it?
I don't know. I would think so. Does it not make sense?
Aye, I think it needs to be.
Hopefully. Well, it says here Lee, obviously his name is Brodie Lee. Lee filed to trademark the Brodie Lee ring name back in November the 26th, shortly before he was granted his release in December the 8th, along with Sin Cara and Ascension. So if he's trademarked his name Brodie Lee, that tells me who's going to be when that'll be his name going forward in AEW. So, but like I say, I watched Raw. It was alright. It wasn't great. I didn't think it was a bad show. But I can see what you're saying. I like the tag match was okay with Kevin Owens though. I did like that.
I was reading about Samoa Joe as well. He's meant to have had a concussion.
Oh, is that what it is?
And it's not a work either. It's meant to be like that. It's meant to be a legit injury. And when I read about it, obviously the problem is because he done that one of the suicide dives and he didn't really. I think it was Buddy Murphy that he was going for. He didn't really protect him, and his head went into the ground a bit. And the only thing is with concussions are funny because you could be back in a couple of weeks, but then I read obviously on the same article about it was Sheamus was out for about 9 months with his.
Was that the main reason Sheamus was injured?
I don't know when it was, but he was out for 9 months for a concussion. Right. So one time he was injured. So hopefully it's not that long. But they were saying as well, again, this is just one of the people that wrote it. Could Samoa Joe, instead of them coming back for a WrestleMania tag match with him, could Samoa Joe come back as a heel turn, right? If it's a short concussion, a heel turn, and say that he was faking how bad his injury was.
All right.
And he walked away so that Owens could get battered. Like he kind of just left him he left him because he was fed up with Owens' piss or something, and that's why he just walked away from him. That could be like one of the stories, but I don't know if that would be any good or not.
Well, I'm just having a wee look through some of the news here. It says WWE are cutting back on live events to give some of the wrestlers some more time off. I think that's just trying to appease some of them because the AEW schedule's hardly going to take. You know what I mean? It's hardly going to put your back out, is it? Really, the schedule that AEW wrestlers got. So that doesn't surprise me that they're cutting back on live events. Plus, they would save themselves.
You say though the AEW guys, you would think they would still have to step up at some point. Like they're only still doing the one a week, and then if they did come out of the UK, you wouldn't imagine they're just going to come out here and do one show. They would maybe do 4 or 5 in that 1 week, but maybe only at that point. But if they only maybe come out of Britain and do 4 or 5 here in 1 week, and then they maybe do a couple of European tours.
They might do a TV kit in the UK.
I definitely think they would do like if they're ever here for a week, they would obviously
have to do a Dynamite.
They would do a Dynamite. But it would be mental if they actually came out here and only done one show, but brought their full production hour for one show. It would be crazy. So I think, like they're saying about 100, I'm sure Tony Khan said that in one of his press conferences that they were going to be between 110 and 120 shows a year, which is still half a year. So that's still more than if they were still only meant to be doing contracted to one show a week. That's only 52 shows plus pay-per-views, and they're only meant to be doing. I've heard they're still only doing 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year. So that's under 60. So where's the other 50 coming from? So that's probably when they're going to do tours like in the UK, maybe Germany, Japan, or Australia. I don't know if they're going to go as far as Australia, but stuff like that. So when they're at these different countries, they're going to do a full week stretch. But I think just the way you watch some of these matches in AEW, and the wrestlers do so many mad moves. They're so fast, and they are so physical at times. So it's probably good that they're only doing one show a week, because if they were doing that night in, night out, like the Raw and SmackDown guys do and the women do, they'd be bloody in hospital, I think. they would be doing. They'd have to be doing something with it. Their bodies would be like giving out after a couple of years. They'd be done in, man, because they do some of like, I know you obviously get fed up seeing like all the jumping about, but it's impressive to a certain extent. But
no, it is.
It would take the toll, and their bodies would be absolutely ravaged, though. It would be bad on them.
It's not that I don't like some of the high flying. It's just like you say, it's so much, and it's trying to focus on it all at the same time. It's like, what?
What I didn't like as well on Twitter, I know I was obviously doing Twitter last night, and I was like, I better just turn this off, because it's going to pictures and the people saying stuff's going to spoil like before I watch it today. But I seen somebody putting on, it was like super kick party, and I was like, super kick party. No. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I take it that was Young Bucks then.
Well, I know they're on the show today, but
they were on Hingy, but they were meant to be fighting the Butcher and the Blade, and the Butcher. I know you're not a big fan of them really yet, but they had such a cool backdrop on Twitter. It was just like them, and obviously the bunny in the middle, but it was like blood writing. It looked it looked well cool, man. I enjoyed seeing that. But I think they're like just maybe a kind of old school hitting tag team, like a slightly like nowhere near as good as Demolition, but that sort of.
I know what you mean.
Like a kind of poor man's Demolition, maybe, but they don't jump about like no, I don't know what you want to call them. They flip flop kind of thing, guys, and that. They just stay in the ground and just smash you. You know what I mean? So I kind of like that about them, but their gimmicks a bit shite, to be honest. It's like
to be fair, they've not really had much TV time, have they? Really?
Nah, I just like how it's like near the Smash Mouth wrestling. They're grounded doing, and I kind of like that. And the guy that's in that band as well, the kind of bigger guy, the two. I think he's Butcher. He's fucking. He's power, man. He's got big power moves. You know what I mean? Right. So, but back to Samoa. I think Samoa Joe being. I'm hoping he's not injured too long, because I do like him and Owens. But if it's a heel turn already, I think it'd be a bit.
No.
Who knows? Again, I don't know. It's WWE. They can do anything they want. But then I've seen as well on the news, one of the news things before I come on today. Becky Lynch is definitely looks like it's got to be that Shayna Baszler and her at Mania.
Is it?
And that's why I was talking when we were talking last night on the other podcast, Learning the Ropes. Why did Shayna not just win the Rumble instead of Charlotte? But again, that's all part of creative master plan, maybe. Who knows?
No,
so obviously the master plan was obviously took all these years for Drew McIntyre to be topping the mountain, and he's there now. But it's been a bit of a longer road than maybe thought, but he's there now.
Well, do you want to hear an eye-watering amount of money that Edge is getting for allegedly getting for his 3-year deal? $3 million a year.
Is it? Aye.
And that you can guarantee that'll be limited. Well, it's saying here he'll make 25 appearances per year. It says basically he has a similar deal to Brock Lesnar. Obviously not as much money as Brock Lesnar, but I'm sure $3 million will still be. I'm sure that'll feed his kids.
In his own thingy as well. That'll be him. He's already filmed Vikings as well, because he's on that.
That's right. Aye.
I quite like him on that as well. And he's that full season's been done. That's finished, so he'll have free time for that as well.
It's saying there's people unhappy in WWE with Matt Riddle. I'm guessing that's because of that Lesnar thing.
He's apparently I don't know whether it's a work or it's actually real. I've been reading two sides there. It's definitely real.
Well, Dave Meltzer's saying there's heat on Riddle. So I don't know how true, but like you say, you don't take that with a pinch of salt.
Well, he's saying that he's definitely gonna. He's gonna. I mean, I even read one of the bits this morning that he says he's got to be the one that retires him. Matt Riddle will retire Brock Lesnar one day, because the two of them have got the UFC as well. He was apparently Matt Riddle. I don't know if it was UFC he was in or another MMA, but he was in MMA before he was in wrestling.
Aye, was he?
Matt Riddle, I don't know. I'm going to have to. I maybe check out what his kind of stats were. I don't know whether he won many fights or no, but I was an MMA guy. And apparently he had some dodgy words to say about Goldberg as well.
Aye, that's right. So he did. So I remember that.
I don't think Lesnar liked that, because Lesnar's obviously had him and Lesnar have had history, and I know that they've obviously been pals backstage, haven't they? So
aye,
don't know if Lesnar liked that. So I think if Lesnar did get him in the ring, it would be maybe put some physical shit on him, wouldn't he?
Wait, is that Matt Riddle just thing there?
I think I don't think he's any older than 30, man. Maybe in his 20s, early 30s, if anything. I don't think he's any more than 30.
Aye. Saying here he's 34? 34, really?
Is he 34? Aye. Well, there you go.
Well, it's saying his I'll say that again. MMA name was Matt Riddle Deep Waters. I don't know if that's a company or that's his actual name, but 8 wins and 3 losses was his MMA record.
Well, that's better than Lesnar, isn't it? There you go.
Aye. So
obviously Lesnar was obviously a totally different weight class.
Aye. He was in UFC. I never knew he was in UFC.
Aye, it was UFC then.
Aye. But I think Lesnar's got bigger fish to fry than him, hasn't he?
Aye. Because again, I definitely want to start watching the NXT product, or at least some of the matches, because some of the wrestlers, when they come in the Rumble, they had some good spots in it, man. Some of the women wrestlers coming in, there's a lot of NXT women come in, and they were doing some mental moves, and then obviously the guys come in as well. I mean, that big Keith Lee, wasn't it, we were talking about?
Keith Lee,
I read a wee bit about him the day or last night, and he said he would love a match down the road with Brock Lesnar if it ever happened. He would love a one-on-one with him. I mean, that would be some match to see. I think the two of them going at it.
Aye.
You know what I mean? This behemoths, isn't it? Big, massive guys. Aye. And then the two of them can move as well. It's not as if they're...
Aye, it's not as if they're... I know what you mean.
It's not as if it'd be a slow one. It would be like a big heavyweight match that's quite fast. So
that's why years ago I used to like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Mm-hmm. Bam was good, man.
I think even Bret Hart said he was the best big guy I ever worked with, because he just, like you say, so for somebody, what was he, 400 pounds, and you can move top rope, middle rope, any rope. You know what I mean?
I actually watched Bam Bam and Bret Hart. It wasn't one of the pay-per-views. It was
right.
It was like a Saturday night main event or something. It was on Bret Hart's. It was on the network. Bret Hart's kind of 2.5 hour fight. One of the fight things it was on. It was Bret Hart and Bam Bam was on that. It was some fight, man.
I'm just reading here about McIntyre speaking about like wrestling Undertaker.
Right.
And he says that I know we can give them an incredible match. I know just based on that face-off we had and the response we got, I know visually it would be impressive. But I don't know if I would like to see the Taker back in. I don't know. Do you still want to see him back in the ring? Or?
Like I said, The Undertaker is my all-time best wrestler, but I just think he's done, man. I think he was done after... Like, I was at WrestleMania 29, and I loved that was probably his last really, really good match with CM Punk. It's like the last really classic match.
Aye.
Like the build up, and then then in the ring, it was really good. But after that, I'm trying to really figure out when I enjoyed them.
I know. I think even was it the Roman Reigns match when Reigns beat him?
It was no bad. That was no bad, but that was Reigns. That Reigns carried him. You know what I mean? And I've never really liked Reigns as a wrestler or on the mic, but Reigns carried the Undertaker, and that's embarrassing for me. You know what I mean? Because
it's not what you want
Undertaker
to see,
shouldn't. I mean, he's getting too old, and But if Vince keeps bringing him back and saying, "Oh, here's $1 million for a one match at WrestleMania again," or if that's roughly what he gets, I've heard. So, and he doesn't want to let Vince do or something, and then the Saudi money and all that again. But you wouldn't really want to see him and Goldberg again. I know that. I think the two of them, they would like to make up for what they done. Obviously, the two of them had a horror show, but I don't know whether it would ever happen again.
I don't think so. I think we just try and bury that match and leave it where it is. Out in Saudi Arabia.
Bury it like obviously the Undertaker, a rest in peace match maybe. That was just a crap joke, but anyway. I think I don't know. Do you see anything else in the news you want to talk about? Or will we?
There's not too much. Just Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I seen that the other day, but there's nothing too much. I say Dolph Ziggler was more complaining because of Edge's England return. He was moaning about the camera work. I mean, that's taking on use its own these pages just now. Do you know what I mean? Paige says the Edge in ring return gives people hope. Definitely gives her hope, doesn't it?
Aye, I've seen that. I don't know. I'd love to see Paige coming back. I did like her as a woman wrestler, but I don't know if Edge has obviously worked his ass off and
bigger bone, didn't he?
Looked at everything he had to do, but it's took him nearly a decade to come back. So it's not been an easy journey.
No, it's
definitely
not.
Been.
And if anybody deserves it, it's him, isn't it?
Nah, I hope he. I mean, like I said, you said it last night. A safe pair of horns to hear a match when it is going to be Orton.
I think that'd be good for him. I thought probably one of his mates backstage as well. So I think it'd be ideal for him. Plus, Randy Orton's a great wrestler, so you know you're going to get a good solid match with it too.
It'd be good. I think if it's that match and then you get Lesnar, McIntyre,
it could be a good rumble.
A couple of the women matches like Becky and Baszler should be good as well.
But I just hope it's not like a 10-hour show or like an 8-hour show. It's too long. Really too long.
I definitely think I would like to go to into a pub in Glasgow for it.
No, I would like to do that.
See what's happening with family commitments and whatever else, and see what's going on. But I think we'll leave it there.
No problem.
That's been just under half an hour. We've been talking away again. Just it didn't feel like that again. But thanks for joining me, mate, and thanks for whoever's listening in.
No problem. And we'll do it again on Friday, me, you and Dale.
Learning the ropes. Hopefully, if anybody wants to listen to that one again, to hear us talking some more stuff about wrestling,
and whether
it's genius or madness or just pish, who knows? It's just whatever your ears let you believe. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you next time.
Right, see you later, mate. Thank you.
God bless. Thanks. Bye bye. Cheers.